Good morning, folks. As part of our Endless Lead series, we're going to be doing training on EZLife, the EZLife system, how it works. This is part one, so enjoy.
Hello, Ralph Dickinson here. We're going to be going over a little bit of EZLife training today here, real basic stuff on this recording. Right here, you're going to see the Term Team EZLife login screen. That's termteamezlife.com. As you can see, most all of you know that are going to be listening to this. So on the screen here, you have your login, so you're going to click go, and when you first get into the system here, this is a blank screen. We're using this as a test screen. So the on this page here, it's always going to go to My Business first. On the screen, you're going to see your placed and paid cases, your submitted cases, your pending cases, any cases that came through via CLQ or email are going to be displayed here. You're going to see them all for years back. It's going to be archived in there to an infinite date. So anyway, the basics on here, if you're doing this, of course, just to do a basic quote, you'd go over to the begin new quote. You just select your state. And this year I'm just going to illustrate a 30-year, $500,000. Always change this to monthly. Otherwise, it's just going to show annual. If you're sitting in front of a client or doing this on a cell phone at the mall and you're trying to quote and write a policy on your cell phone, which you can do easily on this system, you will always want to click monthly because it'll show monthly and then annual instead of annual. So we're going to do a male, 12, 12, 1, 970, just a middle-aged guy. I don't know what's going on here. That's what I get for using the calculator tab here. We'll just call this guy 5'8", 180. All right, I'll talk to you about this blue bypass health analyzer on probably a separate video. I might get to it on this one. But your drop-down menus are simple, okay? If there's a smoker, you click cigarettes and you tell current user and how many cigarettes per day, basically. So let's just say no on this. This guy's going to be a clean app when we're testing it. How blood pressure. Hopefully they know this information. You can stick it in here. Same thing on cholesterol. You have the same drop-down menu. Okay, if you say don't know, you're not going to get a totally accurate quote because it's going to default to the lowest price. So if they're having a problem with their cholesterol issues, let's say they average 190 on their cholesterol and they're untreated, it's gonna ding them up to a higher rate. So just bear that in mind. Driving history. Of course, it goes into the particulars here, DUIs, reckless driving, suspended or revoked licenses, and so on. Say no. Criminal history is not going to give you anything. If you click yes, that's going to bring up a questionnaire that our case management department and our live desk is going to have to handle for you and work directly with the client. That's our job. On the health history here, if you click off any of these things whatsoever, okay, and let's say I click that one and I go to the bottom and I try and get a quote, it's not going to quote me. It's going to tell me that I got to call in. So if you have any of these things you're dealing with, do yourself a favor, just scroll back up to the top of your screen, click on your live chat bubble if you're good at this, see who's available. Looks like the underwriter's online right now. Nobody else is. Probably lunchtime since it's about 12:30 here right now. But the underwriter is there, so you can hopefully chat with Mike Woods or Rachel Sanfilippo at the home office. Real underwriters, so they work with you in real time here, Pacific Standard Time. But me, I'm not a good chatter, so I just go say, okay, he's available, so I'm going to give Mike a call at this number right here and talk to him about the issues that I'm facing for these things down here. So these are meant to keep the honest, so it keeps you in line. It will ding you and have you call in because that's going to require a special underwriting or a special quote, they want to know more details. Advocation information, if they're a hang glider, parachuter, motorcycle rider, racing, student pilot, whatever the case may be, if you click this, it's not going to give you a drop down menu. It's just going to generate that same questionnaire as it would have for the criminal history up here, or a different questionnaire related to that. Family history, this is family related death. So if you go in here and say one member, it's going to ask you who that is, whether or not it was a parent, and what were the problems. And you just answer those questions. Very self-explanatory. I'm going to put back to 0 members. Same on family occurrence of disease. Same questionnaire. Basically, it's going to ask you to mark off what it is, whether it was a parent, and what was going on down here, and it'll underwrite it automatically accordingly. Don't know. I like don't know. It's a good answer because a lot of family members simply don't know how their mom or dad died. They never saw the death certificate. They never, they just don't know. Or it was, they were out of state, just it was out of their purview, or maybe they weren't with those biological parents. So don't know is a fine answer, and it's hard for insurance companies to do discovery on that. Not that it's a ploy to get around it, but don't know. If you don't know, you don't know. So you just check it as such. Let's just call this guy clean, check rates here at the bottom of the pages, and you can save changes too. So, but checking the rates here. Our system, because it's adaptive to cell phones, is it's great because it rounds to the nearest dollar, so it's pleasing to the eyes. In this case, it shows you the 500,000 30-year monthly, and then you got your annual rate over here. And these rates are all scheduled based on the annual rate. So you could have a higher rate here and a lower rate here because their annual rate was lower, and you do see that happen quite often. For this guy here, in this case, Mutual of Omaha did come in with the best rate, but I'm going to scroll down and see if there's no family history of cancer or heart disease. I'm going to market this product because this has the living benefits in it, long-term care, disability, and critical illness set up on the policy. And for $9 a month, that is a bargain. So I'm going to market this one here. This is just a sales ploy, but I'm going to push that continue button. And as you can see, Transamerica Life Insurance came up with the LB30. It's all pre-populated here, and this is the app that the agent has to do. This is all you got to do right here. That's it. After you submit this, we take care of the rest. You don't have to do any more work on this. No paper, no muss, no fuss. So when you fill this out, I always recommend that you put in the date down here. Always put it in there because it's easier to look back at the application than trying to scroll through all the case notes and look when you wrote it, just in case you forgot to send out a thank you note or something of the sort, or you just want to simply find out when you wrote that so you can check on their annual review and send out their emails and letters to try and get them to do their annual reviews for investment purposes or requoting their life insurance, health insurance, Medicare Advantage, whatever you're doing in the field. So anyway, this is the basics on the system and doing the quote. We'll come back later for more. If you just wanted to stop this, you can always click on your dashboard up here, and it takes you right back to your home page where all your business will be displayed.